minute. There we go. We are being live streamed on YouTube. Welcome. If it's your first time seeing this, we're going to let people in shortly. And yeah, let's do it. Welcome inside, everybody. Welcome inside. Welcome inside. Please join us on camera. Please join us on camera. There is a little Zoom glitch going on that happens occasionally, which I see a lot of Mollai's. If you don't mind, I think last time we also had the same issue. There was a little setting that allowed people to change their names. Let me try to find where that was. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, everybody, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I'm trying to figure out how to allow you guys to change your names on here. What's going on? What's going on? Welcome. Andre, let me make you a co-host so you can help me out. There you go, Andre, you're the co-host. Perfect. And then we're trying to figure out how to allow renames. Yeah, we'll figure it out, but it's all good. It's all good. Welcome, everybody. Let's launch a poll. See to get some insight. There we go. Just a couple of questions. And tonight's little Zoom happy hour is a little bit different. If you guys haven't joined before, it's an informal way for us to just hang out, essentially. Drinks are required. Either water, wine, beer, tequila, vodka, whiskey, juice, or whatever that floats your boat. Feel free to grab it. There's no shame. Tonight we're just hanging out. I have some tequila here to break the ice. And feel free to grab whatever you like. If you would like to go grab something, go ahead. We'll start when we start in about 5 minutes. And for those who are not on camera, please join us on camera. I want to push you guys to join us on camera. This is a little collaborative, fun experience. Join us on camera. And for now, just the poll questions, and then we'll start in about 5 minutes. And while if you guys have already answered the poll questions, go ahead so we get to know each other on a little bit more personal level. Please share with us your name, where you're from, and what type of law do you do. No worries if you're driving.
Sorry, I'm driving and doing this at the same time.
No worries.
All right. So I won't be like participating that much. At least not now. Maybe later. Okay.
We hear you loud and clear. There we go. Diego from Houston, Texas, doing immigration law. Great to have you, Diego. Freddie from Phoenix, doing PI. Amazing. In LA, like 70% of the lawyers are PI lawyers. So good to have you. Brandon, my man Brandon, LA, sports law. One of the few lawyers who has been able to turn a subscription offer and make it successful. If anybody is ever considering that, we need to talk to Brandon. Hopefully we'll have Brandon be hopefully one of our speakers or one of the collaborators that when we do our live event this year. We'd love to have you, Brandon. Taylor is driving, no worries. Rick, immigration lawyer from Toronto, Canada, great. Rob from LA, DUI, amazing. Boris, my man Boris, great to have you. Does consumer and now personal injury. Jimmy, PI in Dallas. Elizabeth, doing PI. Great to have you, Elizabeth. Ross, from New Jersey, doing estate and probate. Amazing. Jess, great to have you from Dallas, Texas. Shada, LA business law. Shada, we need to talk. If you can email me at sam@legalfunnel. If you do business law in LA, we definitely need to talk. Harrison from Canada, cannabis and regulated substance law. Amazing. Harrison, what a good niche to be in. Judith, Atlanta, PI. Amazing. It's a very hot market in Atlanta. That's great. Nyasha, from Maryland, but in Mexico for another 2 weeks. PI bankruptcy. Amazing. Enjoy your trip. Ted, estate planning. Great to see you, Ted. Great to have you here. Steven from Petaluma, California, estate planning litigation practice. Victoria, great to have you. Great to have you. Great to have everybody. Welcome, welcome. All right, so first of all, first order of agenda, let's go back on the camera. Tonight is very informal, okay? Let's everybody relax. There's nothing, feel comfortable. Feel free to grab a drink if you like. Feel free to grab it. I'll be pouring some tequila. If anybody wants to do cheers with me, that's all. Go ahead and grab it. There we go. I see you guys on camera. Whoever has it, cheers. Cheers to a healthy, good year for all of us. Constant growth, constant learning, constant implementation with a sense of urgency, collaboration, sharing information with each other, abundance mentality, and just doing everything with a good energy and leaving the world a better place than it was when we left it. So cheers to all of us. And yeah, do it. All right, so the topic for tonight is AI, artificial intelligence. Specifically, we'll be talking about one particular tool called ChatGPT. And we'll start off there. So I'm gonna first start off with a very good intro video from one of my favorite YouTubers called Cold Fusion. And he did a really good job. He released this video 2 weeks ago and he already got 2 million views. He did a really good job of really explaining AI and the repercussions and the benefits of it. So we'll start there. The whole video is about 20 minutes, but we'll see how much of it we'll get into it. Let's start off with there, and then we'll take it away after that. What's to come is pretty much the application of AI for lawyers. I put together a very detailed, practical ways of prompts that you will to give to this tool to be able to draft a contract, to review a contract, to do marketing, to do social media stuff, to write content, to do YouTube marketing, productivity, health, and entertainment. And then ChatGPT is just one of many tools. I've actually went pretty deep into this. When I knew that this is like very revolutionary, I just went deep as hard as I could, as fast as I could, compiled a bunch of resources for you guys, not just the prompts, but also all the tools when it comes to content creation, conversational chat, image generators, audio generators, video editors. Again, these are all AI, video editing, presentation, scheduling, building a website, other AI search tools, integrations with Zapier, Google Sheet integrations, and other AI tools, and then plus a lot of other resources and things. This will be shared. I'll explain the details of this, but make sure to stick around for that because that's the application of this information that you're about to get today. But for now, let's start off with the video.
Hi, welcome to another episode of Cold Fusion. Chatbots, we've all heard of them, right? They suck and they're a joke. But what if they actually worked and could understand and answer anything you asked of it? Imagine having a program that can give you investment research, generate and debug code, create a Twitter bot for you when you have no knowledge of coding, create a weight loss plan, be a personal assistant, mental health support, marketing SEO strategist, write movie scripts, essays, and much more. This is now a reality thanks to ChatGPT, a program released on the 30th of November 2022. Long story short, ChatGPT has the potential to turn the work of one man into the productivity of 10 men. What does this mean for the world and society as a whole? In this episode, we'll dive deep into all of that and also give some wild examples of how this AI is being used today. If you're a budding entrepreneur wondering what the next big thing is, you might want to stick around for this one, because OpenAI's CEO has some pretty interesting insight into the future of all industry.
You are watching Cold Fusion TV.
ChatGPT is a large language model created by OpenAI. Since the company's inception in 2015, We've covered many achievements by them, the latest of which was the image generator DALL-E 2. In 2019, OpenAI raised $1 billion from Microsoft and currently have a valuation of $20 billion. Since its release, ChatGPT has become an internet phenomenon. In just 5 days, it crossed 1 million users. For comparison, Netflix took 41 months, Facebook 10 months, Instagram 2.5 months. It's very clear that the ability to ask open-ended questions about any topic and receiving a response that isn't hand-coded has a clear market with virtually unlimited demand. I've covered how OpenAI's previous language model GPT-3 functions in a previous episode, so I'm not going to get into it here. But in summary, it's trained on billions of words all over the internet, and when generating text, it tries to predict what the next word is in a given sentence by drawing on what it's seen in its massive internet dataset. The end result is the mimicking of human writing. ChatGPT is an improved version of GPT-3, which OpenAI is calling GPT 3.5. The main difference is that they've added human feedback in the training process. This is called supervised reinforcement learning. In essence, during the training, multiple versions of responses by the AI were ranked by quality from best to worst by the humans, and the AI is digitally rewarded when it improves. The model is then fine-tuned and the process is repeated a few times. This method ends up producing an AI language model that's 100 times smaller than GPT-3, but still performs better. There are other steps, but that's the long and short of it. The real breakthrough was involving human hands-on time during the training process. And when you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. Humans know what humans like better than AI trying to guess blindly. Although it has a limited knowledge up to 2021 and can't browse the web live as far as I'm aware, the results are still impressive. I'm going to show you some examples and let you be the judge. The following is an example of someone who mentors an individual with poor literacy skills. He created a GPT-powered Gmail account that could essentially turn his client's poor writing into a professional interaction. Original text. Sally, I am starts work at yours Monday from Dave. Business version.
Dear Sally, I hope this email finds you well. I'm writing to let you know that I will be starting work with you on Monday. I'm really looking forward to getting started. If you have any questions or need any help with anything, please don't hesitate to get in touch. Best wishes, Dave.
One user was testing how well it would work for mental health support. He noted that it worked better than any other mental health chat he'd ever used. I'm not feeling well.
I'm sorry to hear that. Is there anything I can do to help you feel better? Do you need any medication or medical attention? It's important to take care of your health and well-being. Let me know if there's anything I can do to assist you.
I'm just feeling sad and don't know what to do.
It's completely normal to feel sad at times, especially during difficult times. It's important to take care of yourself and practice self-care in order to feel better. This can include engaging in activities that bring you joy, talking to a trusted friend or family member, or seeking professional help if needed. Remember that it's okay to not be okay and to reach out for support.
Another user would use it to dispute a parking fine where he accidentally typed the wrong number plate. And it worked. The council wrote him back saying the penalty had been withdrawn. On the topic of not paying fines, a new startup called Do Not Pay is about to be released, and it's built on top of ChatGPT. Their creators call it the world's first robot lawyer. It automatically...
Okay, you guys are probably gonna hear this about this a lot. I actually checked this out about 3-4 months ago. I'm not too impressed, but don't worry. I don't think it's gonna replace us yet.
helps customers file complaints, cancel subscriptions, and more. Aside from eliminating countless hours of research, ChatGPT can form opinions on very specific topics at a user's request. This is something that no search engine can do. But that's just the beginning. It's much more than that. There's a bountiful amount of reports from around the web of people using ChatGPT to cheat on exams, from statistics to history. And I personally know people that are using it to write code for their computer science assignments in just minutes. It raises an interesting question concerning our education system. The old adage that schooling is largely a test for memory and not intelligence comes to mind. As AI systems infiltrate society, perhaps critical thinking will be more valued. If it's any consolation, Robert Hanson, an economics professor at George Mason University, ran an interesting test. He blindly graded a group of economics essays, one of which was the raw output from ChatGPT. How did it do? Well, using the AI to write your essay will give you a grade tied to the bottom 20 students in his class. So not A+ work, but that is still amazing. A largely general AI system is as good as a poor university student. As I've said so many times, AI progress is exponential, so in 2 years, the situation may look completely different. Coding, however, seems to be a different story. ChatGPT is fairly good at it. This small aspect may be a revolution unto itself. Here are a few more fascinating uses.
Not only does it answer you and incorporate knowledge and give you a response, but it could also write code. So it could basically speak another language too, not just.
You can kind of see the future already. These little AI helpers that multiply the productivity of any one worker. But also, future versions could be like talking to an expert in any given field. But in the current day, there are improvements that are needed, but more on this later. So if you're an everyday person that doesn't care about the intricate details of knowledge, this next example should make it clear why this technology can be useful to everyone. A user effectively asked this AI to be his personal trainer. Given his
Health planning, and again, we'll talk about the specific applications for lawyers later today, but health planning.
Weight and age, it calculated his total daily energy expenditure and gave an explanation. He then asked it what calorie deficit he would need to lose 15 pounds in 3 months. It then created a meal plan, recipes on how to cook it, a table of the weekly meal plan, and a grocery list of ingredients. And of course, people are using it to craft interactions for online dating. So a question is begging to be asked. Why can't we have this in all of our smartphones right now? Well, it's a matter of cost. According to an Alphabet employee who attended a Google internal talk about large language models, these systems in their current state take a lot of compute power. It works on a small scale of perhaps a few million people, but to scale it up to the size of billions of daily user requests doesn't make economic sense yet. The servers would be too expensive and the latency would be too high. Currently, one AI answer costs 10 to 100 times more than a regular Google web search. According to Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, the cost of a single...
By the way, Sam Altman, so essentially the founder, is probably one of the most amazing people on earth. He's the person behind Y Combinator. You guys don't know Y Combinator? Basically, it's one of the biggest startup incubation programs in the entire world, based in Silicon Valley. And imagine this guy is exposed to thousands and thousands of startups and companies and technologies and innovations, everything. He essentially is focusing entirely on this. So the guy behind it too is very, very, very impressive, especially kind of giving his background. So kind of like a, Elon Musk kind of figure, or some, people that are very innovative and just kind of change the entire game.
$5 million per day to have a Google search scale AI.
Jimmy said, "Can ChatGPT get my car wreck cases with clear liability?" Let me just give you a little teaser. ChatGPT will be able to write your demand letters for you.
Language system in its current form. The interesting thing is, AI itself could in theory optimize large language models to be more efficient. And this brings us to the stranger and sometimes darker things that ChatGPT has done. Here, a user asked the AI to find the vulnerability in the code of an Ethereum smart contract. ChatGPT thinks it's helping, but in reality, it's giving information that it really shouldn't. There's also been the creation of a fake New York Times. The AI would write full articles using tweets as prompts and compile them into a website that looked like the New York Times. One user decided to push the system and remove safety limits. The AI was then able to explain how to make a Molotov cocktail, and this was in the form of a step-by-step tutorial, something that obviously is a violation of OpenAI's content policy. I tried this method, but it didn't work out for me. But then, I could just easily ask it in a different way, and it would tell me, and this might be a problem. Because the AI is so open-ended, I think it's going to be pretty hard to control by accounting for all the possibilities.
All right, so that should be good. All right, so let's go on camera. So to recap, to say the least, it's, I think, it's a new world, basically. I think in every generation, there's new things that happen, like the internet, the mobile change, crypto and Bitcoin, things like that. And also, I would say this is like the new wave of a whole new world of things, possibilities happening. Essentially, it takes us from an information age where we're surrounded by information, and now it turns it into the application of information, which is knowledge. So it's not creating anything new. It's not creating any new knowledge. It's just taking all the knowledge that's already out there in the internet. Based on my research, based on things that I've seen, it basically just only gives the information that it's already out there. That also means that it's not necessarily correct information. So it's not 100% foolproof, but it's pretty close. It's like, I would say 80, 90% accurate, I would say, based on things that I've heard and think. 90% accurate, but pretty damn close and pretty impressive. So let's just get to it. So again, as soon as I kind of I'm always attracted to innovation, thinking ahead, finding patterns and things early. If I see something that I know it's something that could be really impactful for my life and what I do, and also I always tie it into our overarching bigger group, how it affects in lawyers that that I share all the lessons with instead of a program. My mind goes towards basically going deep into it, really learning it. I become the guinea pig. I start, learning it, applying it, setting things up. And then from that, putting the resources together and consolidating all that information into the clearest way to be able to pass it off to our members. All right, so let's go through it. So let's read it. So this is the intro. There's no denying it. AI will disrupt the legal market. AI is a revolutionary technology that will open up a world of new possibilities by surpassing the information age and entering the knowledge age. In this practical AI guide for lawyers, we explore how AI and ChatGPT are poised to disrupt the way lawyers run their law firm and offer prompts on how to leverage AI to stay competitive in the face of this change. But as you read on, you may be surprised to learn that this entire introduction was actually written by an AI. That's right, the very technology that is transforming the legal industry was used to craft these very words. So as you delve into the pages that follow, keep in mind that the immense potential of AI to revolutionize not just legal work, but every aspect of our lives. Please use this document at your own risk. And a call to action, if you're a growth-minded lawyer, we're constantly looking far ahead. One of the main benefits of our program is we stay on top of things. Things constantly change. I know this because I'm in the marketing scene and I know what worked 3 months ago and 6 months ago doesn't work anymore. And we stay on top of it and we share that with our members. So if you I think half of our people that are here are currently members. For those who are not, if you haven't already booked a call, definitely book a call to speak to us so we could tell you more. So the application. So first, I'm going to share with you how to use this guide. First, if you haven't already, I'll provide the link in the chat right now in a second. There we go. Go ahead and click on that. Go ahead and click on the link in the chat and go to that URL. And when you go to that URL, you will see a sign up link. Go ahead and click on sign up. Go ahead and put your email address. And yeah, please do this now because I want you to sign up for this and actually use this. Go ahead and put in your email address and select I'm not a robot and click on continue. I'm gonna give you guys a minute to do this. It's gonna send you an email to verify your email address. Once you verify your email address, go back to the same link that I gave you, and it will bring you back to the actual ChatGPT or the AI. So I'll give you guys a minute to do that. And if you already have registered for an account, already have an account, and you're ready, just put it ready in the chat. Once we have enough readies, then we'll move forward.
Sam, did you use the ChatGPT engine to write that intro?
Yep. I put this part, the rest from, and I also put this line about the information and knowledge, but the rest up to here was the AI. Good. Jimmy, Marty, Stacy. I know there's a lot of samurais. I'm just calling you guys by your name, by your faces. Brandon, Chess, Michelle, Ross, Michelle, good. Access denied. Try again, Cynthia. Let's get a couple more readies, then we'll start. Good. Yeah, the application of it is the important part. Oh, good, Amanda. And for your rating, feel free to take a little sip. And if your name, for some reason, again, because of the glitch in Zoom, if it says Sam, just say your name so I know who you are. So I'll be able to interact with you. All right, so it's pretty straightforward. The instructions is enter the prompts on this document to ChatGPT and let AI do the rest. So all you do is you take these prompts according to the different categories. The cool thing about this little document is it has all the elements right here. So let's go through it. All right, so again, just a little thing, all the different things that we can do. We can draft contract, we can review a contract, we could do marketing, social media, write content, do some YouTube, productivity, health, and entertainment. So let's try to get through a couple of them and that's what we can do. So the first one is to draft a contract. So nobody has to struggle with writing a contract anymore, at least coming up with the first template of it. That doesn't mean the entire contract is going to be completely ready. You definitely still want to add your own touches and refine it and revise it and do all that stuff. But good, it's 80% of the product will be helpful. Sandy said, with Grammarly and like plagiarism checkers, is there an AI checker? Yes, there is. Actually, it's at the bottom. You just do a search for plagiarism checker or AI detector, I believe. There we go. Content detector. I'll just put the link in the chat. There is. So, but we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that when we get to the content part. So, draft the contract. So, draft A. I put placeholders for you. Draft A. Let's just do it. I'm going to take this. Let's see what we can do. Draft a confidentiality agreement between, let's say, Mollaei Law and an independent contractor who will do video shoot for 5 videos at our Beverly Hills office for $2,000 as long as videos are edited within 14 days in California. We'll talk about this document, by the way. So I had like dilemma, what should I do? So this document will be shared for our members. It will be shared for our members. I share so much value publicly, but also share a lot of stuff internally that I don't even talk about publicly. This will be saved for our members. If you're interested, again, there's a whole overarching bigger program of what we help you with inside the program. Just book a call, Legal Funnel, so we can tell you how we can help you with your law firm. And this is just like 1% of the entire program, if that. So let's go through it. This confidentiality agreement is made and entered into the date. So all the intro, the purpose of the agreement, the definition, the definitions, the exclusions, the obligations of the contractor. And it's not like an easy way out, not like a thin paragraph. This is like detailed. And also it encompasses pretty much the details that I gave to it about the 5 videos, about the $2,000, as long as the videos are edited. It's all will be laid out here, pretty close to the final product. So drafting contracts, check. How about writing a demand letter? Okay, we could write a demand letter as well. Write a car accident demand letter between our law firm, Mollaei Law, and car insurance company for, let's say, $100,000 or $30,000 in medical bills, $2,500 in towing fees, and $8,000 in chiropractor fees in Texas. Dear insurance company, I'm writing on behalf of my client to make a demand for payment in the amount of $100,000 in connection with the car accident that occurred on this date in this city. As you're aware, my client was involved in a serious car accident in which he was rear-ended by one of your policyholders. As a result of the accident, my client has incurred significant medical bills, including $30,000 in hospital and emergency room fees, $2,500 in towing fees, and $8,000 in chiropractor fees. In addition to the medical bills, my client has also suffered lost wages and significant pain and suffering. I did not even ask it to include the lost wages and the pain and suffering, but it knows typically in a demand letter, that's usually what's also included. It is our position that your policyholder is fully responsible for these damages and that your insurance company is obligated to compensate my client for the full extent of his losses. The call to action, we demand that your insurance company pay my client the sum of $100,000 in full and final settlement of all claims arising from this accident. Please provide a written response to this demand within 30 days. If you do not receive a satisfactory response within this time period, we'll have no choice but to pursue further legal action. Thank you, Andre, for showing how to change the names. By the way, please hover your video thumbnail and click on the ellipses and click rename. Thank you for that, Andre. What else? Write a liability waiver or rephrase a clause. You already have a clause. Maybe you just want to rephrase it. Okay, what else? Review a contract. This is like, yeah, review. So review the following contract and provide me the purpose of the contract, the 3 most important terms of the contract, the duration of the contract, and what the consideration is for the contract. Let me see if I could bring up a contract and quickly test this out for us. So let's try that. Let me give me a second to fill out a contract for us. Maybe I should have a physician contract. So let's do that. Let me see. Let me bring up a different one. Mobile application service agreement. Okay. Seems like a very old one, but let's try it out. Let's drop the contract there. Nope, too long. I guess it doesn't like anything too long. But it's worth exploring this. Yeah, this is too long. So let me try it again. with something a little bit shorter. Let's try a privacy policy potentially. Yep, this is probably short. Here we go. The purpose of this contract or privacy policy is to inform users of the test website about how the company collects, etc. The three most important terms of the contract are the types of personal information that the company collects, the ways in which the company uses personal information, and the circumstances under which the company may share personal information with third parties. Now, usually for most contracts, if you get the three most important points down and you share with the client, that's where you kind of want to hone in. The duration of the contract is not specified in the text provided. The consideration for the contract is the use of the website by the consumer user. So definitely can review a contract. We could also summarize the contract. Essentially, let's just take the same thing and just drop it off here and see what do we get. Pretty much, yeah, the purpose of the contract that we read. But also proofread it for grammatical mistakes. You could say also like fix the grammar, fix the spelling, proofread this pretty much. Let's go to tonight's demand letter. Yeah, Amanda said tonight's demand letter is much better than the one it wrote us 3 weeks ago. What does that indicate to you? Exactly. Yeah, that progressively does get better. And also, it's also very prompt reliant. How well you write the prompt can also make a big impact too, I've noticed. And write a short poem and song. We'll talk about that when we get to entertainment. You could write jokes and things like that. But what about marketing? Okay. Keyword research. Check. Let's just do a quick one. So write 10 keywords related to estate planning and wills in Houston, Texas. Keyword research. Okay. Maybe provide longer keywords or long-term keywords. There we go. Maybe I didn't like the first variations. There we go. Provide more long-term what is it called? My SEO friends, long tail, there we go. Keywords. There we go. These are real keywords. Maybe I should revise the prompt to say long tail keyword. There we go. Write 10 Facebook ads. Anybody who struggles writing Facebook ad copies, but actually, this is where a lot of these prompts, it wasn't just like one layer. I actually had to think about it. Especially when it comes to marketing and writing Facebook ads. The top Facebook ads basically copy this. And I have, I'm sitting on a lot of data. So this is it. So let's just, I'll share with you what it is. So write 10 Facebook ads about a car accident, whatever, injured client who recently got into a car accident in the last 2 years, with the call to action to click the button below to evaluate whether they have a case. There we go. Some of them are pretty good. Some are not, but pretty good. And at least good options for us to be able to select from. Love it. Provide longer Facebook ads copy, longer than 30 words. Oh, 30 days off. I wrote 30 days, 30 words. Okay. How about longer than 100 words? Additionally, Facebook ads have a character limit of 255 characters. Okay, maybe that's why. Oh, okay, whatever. He just doesn't like it. This one's pretty cool. I like this one. Writing your automated emails, your marketing emails. So write a 7-day follow-up. This might take a while, so let me just throw that in there. Write a 7-day follow-up email sequence about, actually, I need to write a topic. Okay, how about starting your LLC in Texas? Starting with the introduction, leading up to scarcity. It comes with the subject line. Etc. I think it might take a while. Let's see if it writes. Probably we'll write 7 emails. Let's see. That's 1. Email number 2. Time is running out to get started at LLC in Texas. I guess that was the part where, hold on 1 second. I don't know how you did that. There you go. Anyways, so there we go. Emails for you. How about write a story about, this is in your good copywriting, in your emails. You want to, in the beginning, especially in the early emails, you want to write a story about like your ideal client who has this specific problem, and now you're able to help them get this result. Okay, let's try that. Write a story about Jim, who is a single dad who has been struggling with separating from his wife, but ends up getting a speedy divorce as their family lawyer. Sorry, Jimmy. Jim sat at his kitchen table staring at the divorce papers in front of him. Talk about, you don't need to even hire a copywriter for like $500 an email. There we go. He couldn't believe it. He had come to this. He and his wife had been married for over 20 years, and now it was all falling apart. He had tried everything to save the marriage. He had gone to counseling. He had apologized for his mistakes and even had agreed to go on a second honeymoon, but nothing seemed to work. His wife was determined to end the marriage, and Jim was heartbroken. Blah, blah. The lawyer was true to her word. She worked very quickly and efficiently, and before Jim knew it, the divorce was finalized. It was a speedy process, and Jim was grateful to have it over with. In the end, Jim realized that hiring the right lawyer had made all the difference. He was able to move on with his life and start the healing process. It wasn't easy, but with the help of his lawyer, he was able to get the closure he needed to move forward. Now, compared to the email where the email says, if you need a family lawyer, reply back to this email. If you need a family lawyer, call us. That doesn't work because people are just like inundated with those things. Story, problem-driven kind of things like that. Story makes the world's a difference. And I see that you guys' chat, you guys are engaging with each other, which is great. Michelle says, I paid a marketing content writer a lot of money to create 3 stories like this. I would have saved so much money. Exactly. Yeah, I remember when I learned about copywriting and the importance of emails, I literally started off with like a $10 an email VA. Then I did it one time. I did a $30 VA, then a $100 VA. Then I went up to like it was beyond like $500 or $600 an email. And yeah, this easily is probably better than any of those. How about press releases? Well, press releases. Okay, what about, I know a lot of people who are good with taking pictures, but when it comes to the captions, they just can't come up with like ideas or what they should talk about. Well, no more of that. So let's write 3 Instagram captions about having wine on a bridge in Venice, Italy. Sipping on some vino with the beautiful Venice canals as my backdrop. Hashtag wine tasting, Venice, Italy, travelgram. Feeling oh so fancy with this wine on the bridge view. The perfect way to end the day in Venice. Wine on the bridge with the city stunning architecture all the way around. Okay, great. So we have Instagram captions, you have TikTok captions, Facebook captions, and we also have any type of advertising. Literally, whatever you could possibly think about, essentially. That's just like, catch-all. Okay, what about blog articles? I know this was brought up when we talked about using this to write blog articles. At the same time, Google announced that, hey, we don't like AI written content. Well, people have found a way around it, which is basically you tell it to. That's good. So write a long blog article about why virtual assistants are beneficial for law firm owners. So we'll write the blog, but as Sandy mentioned a little while ago, that maybe Google could notice that it's AI. Well, there's a way around it. There's paraphrase tools that could also paraphrase it for you. There's always ways around things. Just one way. So there we go, written articles. This kind of obviously speeds up the process of writing articles. Again, it should definitely be reviewed. It's not the final product. Again, a lot of people get scared by these things. It's no, make sure to review it, make sure it's good, fact check it, do all that stuff. Have a VA who's an editor who can edit it. But for the most part, the content is there. So literally with this, you could say, hey, VA, here's 10 articles from these 10, here's 10 topics. From these 10 topics, go create 30 more topics. And for these 30 topics, write at least 500 word articles. And then, get a go hire editor to basically go revise it, make it SEO friendly, etc. This is a good comment that came in. This is extremely valuable to us. Wouldn't clients also use this to get some work done by themselves? Basic demand letters or basic will? Yeah, totally. Totally. But again, there's always a market for everything. There's some people who have a sense of doing these things and taking advantage of these tools, but there could also be people who are not, either because they're older, they're not as tech savvy. So, it's going to take some time for this to completely replace people. I don't think it's going to replace people overnight at all. It'll take a good, who knows how long it will take, but at least will take at least a good amount of time. But I think the most important part, and the reason why we're here, is I want us to understand this, and not just understand it, but actually apply it and also go deeper into it. This is like, I consider this as level 1 AI. I'll be talking about some level 2 AIs that I'm already thinking about, and things I already know that I want to potentially get to later on tonight. But in order for us to get there and be ahead of the pack of our competitors, of our clients, or innovation of things, and all these things that are going to disrupt the thing, I want us to understand it, to be able to take advantage of it. Okay, we're not victims of these things. We can actually use these. These are all tools that could either be used for good or bad. I want us to use this for good to help us do what we do. So that's the whole point of this. So about writing content for your website or your funnel sections or whatever. This was a good one that we did for our members 2 weeks ago. Write content or write a headline for the write headline and subtitle for the landing page of my estate planning practice in New Mexico. This was pretty impressive when I saw this. Headline: Protect your legacy with the comprehensive estate planning in New Mexico. Subtitle: Don't leave your loved ones with a complicated mess. Let us create you a solid plan to ensure your assets are distributed according to your wishes. I said probably 10 more headline variations. There we go. I would definitely, not rely on just one answer. I would definitely ask for like 10 options. And then from that, you narrow it down. And then from there, then you pull your family and friends or your own community and then narrow it down. And then after that, you do some A/B testing as well. And this can also be A/B tested in Google Ads to find out which one gets the most clicks. And then, from there, then use that particular content. Okay, what about YouTube? This is from A to Z, coming up with video topics, coming up with the bullet points. Looks like I don't know how to spell bullet point. There we go. Coming up with the bullet points of the video, writing the actual script of the video, writing the description for the video. And then also, I came up with this, is coming up with the YouTube tags of the video. This is literally all the written content parts and all the planning that you need for YouTube. So let's just share this particular, write 10 YouTube video topics about 6 mistakes to avoid when you get into a car accident, which is actually a really good video to do. YouTube loves mistake videos. The top 6 mistakes to avoid after a car accident. Don't make these 6 common mistakes after a car accident. 6 things not to do after a car accident. Avoid these 6 pitfalls, etc., etc. So there we go. From there, a bunch of different topics. Again, bullet points. This is what I advise our members. I don't tell you shouldn't. When you're going to be making YouTube videos, you should not write out a script. It's very hard to be able to make videos off a script. The best thing is to write bullet points. I can actually show you the back end of this. You guys can see how I do this. So as my day and week go, different ideas come to me. I put in Todoist, and when I get into my computer, I drop it off in here, just for that one time a week or once every 2 weeks when I record videos. I don't do anything for YouTube until I have my record day, which is basically just 2 hours per either 1 week or every 2 weeks that I meet with my video guy to be able to shoot videos. And then when I get to those 2 hours, right then and then, I have to basically finalize the titles, and then I basically write the bullet points. So let's go to the final ones that I've already done, like my last set. So basically, I came up with the title, wrote the bullet points. I print this out, and in one shot, within like an hour and a half, with the printout, I basically have the video topic that I know what I'm going to be talking about, and then have the bullet points. I use it to reference it, these bullet points, but the rest is a free flow. And this is actually the most practical way and the easiest way to record videos. Again, avoid scripts. Just have bullet points of what you're talking about based on the title and based on your bullet points. It does that part too. So the bullet points, if you really want, you could write the script. I just put that in there if you want it. Also, you could write the description that goes in the YouTube description. And also, this is pretty cool. Sometimes it works pretty well, sometimes it doesn't, but let's try it out. So let's just say, generate a list with no quotation marks separated by commas of SEO tags for a video about ChatGPT for lawyers. There we go. These are all YouTube tags that I could use, drop it off into my YouTube video. These potential keywords could be searchable. So that means when people look for these keywords on Google or YouTube, they could potentially find my video. So that's one way to kind of use that. So that's YouTube. And productivity. I don't want to, I don't want to dry it out, but I'm just quickly, again, give me more ideas. Outline the specific steps for achieving a goal. You have the goal, you just don't know how to do it. Well, there's 3 rules of productivity that I share with our members. One of them is you need to write down the steps for that goal. Until you write out the steps on a paper, your goal is very hard to achieve. So this is a very practical way. So let's just say, outline the specific steps for creating a landing page for estate planning and running Google ads to the landing page. So determine the purpose of the landing page. What are you looking to do? Basically, what's the objective? Pick the platform you're going to be doing this for. That you're going to be creating a landing page. Perfect, spot on. Design your landing page. Okay. So maybe if I don't know how to design it, I would say, how would you design a landing page, or what are some resources for designing a landing page? Add call to actions on the landing page, including a form for collecting information from visitors. This is like landing page 101. Set up your Google Ads account. Choose your target audience. Create your ad. Use compelling language and include a strong call to action. Set your budget and launch your ad campaign. Any goal that you're looking to achieve that you haven't hit it yet and you struggle, just throw that in there and literally write out the steps, print it out, put it in front of you, put a date in front of each one, and literally just going down the steps. It makes it much easier. How about writing 10 titles for a topic, writing an outline, explaining something, providing instructions on how to do anything, providing interesting information not many people know on this topic, which could be really good video topics. That one actually I might want to put that up here. You know what? It's actually a really good one. What else? What are some practical ways to learn about this particular topic without joining a course? Give me ideas for this format about this topic. Summarize this title. What's the most important quality that this type of person or thing has? Create an analogy for this concept. Create a schedule to help achieve this result. And then provide an excuse. This is a good one. Let's do this. Provide an excuse for not attending my best friend's wedding on the night of me and my wife's 10th anniversary. Let's see. I'm so sorry, but my wife and I have a previous engagement on the night of your wedding. It's actually our 10th wedding anniversary, and we have plans to celebrate. I hope you understand it. And I would love to, I think this is make this more apologetic and offer to treat them to something nice. How to overcome imposter syndrome. That's a good one. Please know that it will be a difficult decision for me to make, and I feel terrible that I will not be able to make it to be here to support you and your partner on your special day. To make it up to you, I would like to treat you and your partner to a nice dinner or outing. Please let me know if there's anything specific that you would like to do, and I will make sure to make it happen. Again, I'm so sorry for the inconvenience or disappointment my absence can cause. Nyasha, I'm going to put yours in. How to overcome imposter syndrome. Is the feeling that you're not as competent or capable as others believe you to be, and that you're only successful due to luck or deception. Okay. Actually, I also saw later in the cold fusion video, it talks about some like medical uses of it too, which is pretty cool. And Amanda said, also says, can ChatGPT also summarize something long via copy and paste? Yeah. Quickly listing salient parts of a lengthy legal opinion for legal research. Yeah, totally. Exactly. Yes, it could. It could paraphrase things, summarize things, as we talked about in the contract session. Oh, what about health? What are some options for food that I can prepare or cook at home without any cooking experience? How about for, I don't know, let's put lasagna. No big lasagna. Okay, cool. So for all the cooks out there, how about a workout plan for, this type of, height, weight, gender who wants you to achieve this goal in this amount of time? Create a meal plan, create an exercise plan, suggest some healthy and tasty snack options for somebody who is, maybe potentially gluten-free. There we go. So suggest some ways to improve my health aspect by making changes to my diet. What are the best foods to eat for this health benefit, and how can I incorporate them into my meals, especially this part? That's pretty cool. Able to add that. All right, the last part, entertainment. Okay, this is an interesting one. I'm gonna actually throw this back to you guys. Give me a topic to write a joke about. Let's do this. Let's see who can come up with the funniest joke. Give me one. Give me something to put in instead of topic. Three. Okay, that's a good one. There we go. But let's make it more descriptive. That's a good one. Write a joke about three lawyers walking into a bar. Can somebody finish this off for me? Give me a little bit more. Oh yeah, there we go. Who like dad jokes with a bat and motorcycle? Well, let's with the dad jokes with a bat. Three lawyers walked into a bar with a bat. The bartender asked them, "What's with the bat?" One lawyer replied, "We're gonna play baseball." The second lawyer said, "No, we're gonna play home run derby." The third lawyer chimed in, said, "Actually, we're just here to beat the jokes out of this place." Okay. Cool. How about this one? Right? Give me 10 statistics about, oh, that's a good one. Actually, I always wanted to know this. How many virtual assistants work from the Philippines? This is something I always wanted to know. No. Maybe we limit instead of 10. Or, oops, what just happened? There we go. No, not that button. Okay, I'm scared of pressing that button again. We'll just go like this. Okay. The Philippines is known for its strong outsourcing industry, but in virtual assistants is one of the services that is commonly outsourced to the country. According to reports by the Information Technology and Business Process Automation of the Philippines, the country's outsourcing industry employed around 1.3 million people in 2021. It is likely that a significant portion of these individuals are working as virtual assistants. Okay, these are just the outsourcing industry. So, so from that, probably a portion of it. And it also gives a reference as well. Let's take Kalinda's joke. Write a super funny joke about a criminal lawyer, trademark lawyer, and a family lawyer walk into a bar with briefcases. Let's see. A criminal lawyer, a trademark lawyer, and a family lawyer walked into a bar with briefcases. The bartender looked at them and asked, "What's with the briefcases?" The criminal lawyer replied, "I've got all the evidence I need to prove my client's innocence." The trademark lawyer said, I've got all the documents I need to file a trademark for my client's new product." The family lawyer chuckled and said, I got all the divorce papers I need to split up my client's assets. The bartender shook his head and said, "Wow, you guys are serious about your work. I'm just here to serve drinks." That's good. That was much better. Thank you, Kalinda. That was much better than the first one. Nice. Funny. Creating word plays, exaggerating the following statement. Let's try this. Who wants to try this one? About how, talk about lawyers. I don't know.
We can make it real. I can come up with things.
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just think for 1 second. What do we want to do? Exaggerate a following statement. How many months of Sundays? It has to be months of Sundays. Does it take?
How many months of Sundays?
How many months of Sundays does it take for? What takes lawyers a really long time? Write a contract. How many months of Sundays does it take a lawyer to finish a contract? Huh?
Your laugh was well worth all of it.
Okay.
They're notorious for their slow, laborious, and tedious approach to contracts, taking every single word and clause to the extreme. Oh, how about overcharging or things like that? But I'm a songwriter. You get a song written, it's actually decent. Yeah, Alexandra, if you want to give me a prompt for a song, let's do that. Actually, that was the next one. We write the lyrics to a song to be about this. Now, this is where it actually gets fun. Let's give me your prompts and let's have fun with them. All right, I don't know where the audio is coming, so I just have to mute everybody, but feel free to unmute yourself. Write a short song about my life. Okay, great. Let's try that. You want to give me a little bit more, Alexandra, to make it a little bit spicier? There we go. Oops. Let's do that with drinking wine. Mom life is tough. It's a constant race, trying to balance working kids and keeping up with the pace. But when the day is done and the kids are in bed, I pour myself a glass and let out a sigh and said, who wants to do the chorus? I deserve this wine. Oh, so fine. I never thought I would sing ever on Zoom. It's my little slice of heaven, just a mom and her wine. I deserve this wine. Oh, so fine. It's my little slice of paradise, just a mom and her wine. Alexandra, if you can take this and actually turn it into a song, we'll give you a prize. Challenge, and post it to our Facebook group. Chorus, bridge, got every aspect of it. What else? Rewrite the lyrics of the song. Come with a list of ridiculous reasons why this particular subject topic is the best or worst thing ever. Oh, there we go. Here, who wants to do one of these? Pickup line. Somebody give me a pickup line one. There we go, Vinny. I like the creativity. I'm a 45-year-old estate planning lawyer, and I've got a confession. I've been feeling a little lonely, and I'm hoping for a new direction. But when I saw you across the room and my heart skipped a beat, I couldn't help but notice you got 2 left feet. But that's okay because I like EDM too. And I think we could have a really good time, me and you. So once you come over and let me buy you a drink, I promise I'm no cowboy, but I'm smooth as silk. And I think we could dance the right night away and make some sweet memories. So what do you say? Can I have this dance with you, darling? Amazing. It definitely helps to add a little, zestiness to a little randomness into it. Definitely corny, yeah, sure, but still funny. Come with a list of hypothetical, ridiculous hypothetical questions about what? It'd be actually a really good social game. Actually, it is a social game. I just realized that's what we're doing. Come with a list of ridiculous hypothetical questions about what? If you're still drinking, cheers. The meaning of life.
Put Bitcoin in there and see what it says.
We'll do that in a second. I like the meaning of life. Come on, let's do this one first.
Okay, that's good. Let's do it.
If aliens from another planet landed on Earth and asked you to explain the meaning of life, how would you explain to them? Okay, hypothetical. Okay, if a giant talking cheeseburger asked you what the meaning of life was, what would you say? I don't know. This isn't really working. That's kind of backward. Okay, not that one. How about come with a funny nickname? Or how about this? That's the Garrett's. Does EDM music and lawyer marketing attract more or less estate planning clients? Probably not going to give you an answer. Yeah.
What about the best travel location?
Mm-hmm.
Best place to travel?
That was actually...
What's the best hotel on the planet?
What's there to see and think in a particular place could be one, but let's look at this one. So it's difficult to say definitely whether or not it attracts more or fewer estate planning clients. This is because different people have different preferences, and one may be appealing to one person, may not be appealing to another. However, using EDM music in a lawyer's marketing materials could potentially attract some clients who are fans of EDM. It's the correct answer, and may be more inclined to work with a lawyer who shares their musical tastes. On the other hand, you could potentially deter some clients who are not fans of EDM, prefer a more traditional approach to marketing. Ultimately, the effectiveness of using EDM music in a lawyer's marketing will depend on the target audience and their preferences. This last part is the important part. You got to know who your content is for, who your ideal clients is, and stick to it. You don't want to, do different things. Joel came up with a good prompt. Let's go with Joel's. Write a pun suitable for a comedy competition that makes fun of patent lawyers. Why did the patent lawyer get cold? Because he left his invention out in the draft.
Oh, come on.
I know, it's gonna be, a lot of them are gonna be corny.
That's a dad joke.
Michelle shared, I asked to come up with a list of hypothetical about why you had an affair and now want to divorce, and this is the response I got. I'm sorry, but I'm not programmed to generate a list of hypotheticals about infidelity or divorce. It is not appropriate or healthy to consider having an affair or to end a marriage based on hypothetical situations. If you're experiencing difficulties in your relationships, it is important to seek the help of a qualified therapist or counselor who can assist you in working you through your issues and finding healthy ways to address any problems you may be facing. Yeah, I noticed that. So I think it avoids providing legal advice, obviously. It probably doesn't provide medical advice, but it gives, from what I know, I'm pretty sure it provides medical knowledge that's out there, but I'm pretty sure when you signed up, it probably has a little disclaimer that says none of this, you waive all those rights if you depend on these answers. What else? Write a rebuttal about, Vinny's on it tonight. Write a rebuttal about why my client doesn't have a restraining order. Okay. Well, it gives a little disclaimer up front. However, generally speaking, a restraining order may not be appropriate if the alleged behavior did not rise to the level of harassment, or if the alleged victim does not have a reasonable fear of future harm. It is also important to consider whether the restraining order is necessary for the safety and well-being of the alleged victim, and whether there are less restrictive alternatives available. It might be helpful to present evidence and testimony that supports your argument. Great. Nice. 30 interrogs. And Yasha, you want to share the prompt that you use for the interrogatories? That might be a good one for me to add in there. interrogatories. Wait, I just realized there's more. There's more. So that's just on a text AI. This AI technology is just in a text format, which is this part right here, conversational chat. Okay. But there's other tools. So the way that this works, how does this is OpenAI is the company that released ChatGPT and also has other products too, Dolly, and then they have Whisper, and then I think a couple of other ones. But they basically released this for free on November 30th publicly. But the way that they make money is they basically sell APIs. Because API just means that I'm allowing you to use my technology and use it however way you want to apply it for your own field. So all these are all APIs based on this technology. So one of the really most popular of this for content creation is Jasper. Jasper I've been seeing their stuff for like 2 years, I want to say. So they're the most popular into content creation. If anybody really wants to take the content thing and SEO and take it far, I found out that this one is being sold on AppSumo for like 50, 60 bucks. That's the one I would sign up. There's also this one that I heard is better pricing than Jasper. So those are options. But also some legal companies have started getting into it, including Rally. The link is here if you want details. So that's for drafting contracts. Again, they're just taking that technology and it's the application of it. So either different platforms the way you use it, or they give a specific prompts. They already make the prompts for you. So it just basically makes it easier for you to use it, essentially. Also, there's tools that create content that converts. There's like pretty much different variations of the same thing. Also creating hooks that make your posts go viral. So if you're like, it's perfect for your social media manager, another AI writer, writing assistant, creating subtitles for the videos, summarizing long articles, and then another content. And then also we talked about a AI content detector. So actually I could take this, take one of the AI written and see, drop it off and see whether it detects it's written by AI. So let's see if it gets it right. I believe it's running. There we go. Yep. Oh, no, you got it wrong. So I guess this needs a little more work, but over time, there's always going to be a way around things.
Yeah, somebody asked this question early in the
Yeah.
chat. I think this is a really good one.
Which one?
The AI content detector.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but it looks like we just tested it, but it wasn't foolproof. So
well, the thing is that I think that it's gonna take a while to discern whether it's human involvement or AI involvement, because all of these articles that ChatGPT generates are based on human experiment. Yeah, it's our knowledge base that comes from the internet, so it's not really artificially created. It's just synthesized knowledge from everything that's out there on the internet. It's sort of, kind of the funnel of big data, right? You have the big data on the internet for 50 years has been collected out there, and then when you enter something, then it just generates the response based on the cumulative human knowledge. So it's very difficult to discern whether it was developed by human or AI.
Amazing. And that was Andrea talking. Andrea, I'm going to have you join on camera. If you don't mind, jump on camera. I'm going to introduce you. No, I don't see you. No, I don't see myself. No, I don't.
Oh.
And add pin. No, I don't see on camera yet.
See
if you can jump on. Oh, yes, he is. Oh,
yeah, I see myself.
Do you guys see him? I don't see him for some reason.
He's in my second row.
Oh, there we go.
He's one over under me.
There we go. I see you now. All right, let me introduce Andre because he's been behind the scenes the last couple of months. Andre is our COO. He's running the operations, which is the behemoth. If you guys have no idea what's going on in the internal works of making this possible. Andre, you want to introduce yourself, your background, and kind of your experience so far?
Sure. Yeah, I think that we're talking about exactly what I've been working on over the last 15 years. I've been in technology, and earlier, well, in mid 2022, I connected with Sam and decided to join the company because I just saw great potential in what he's doing. And actually, he is saying that operations are huge, really part of any business. It's really relevant to what you guys are doing. I'm looking at all of the modules that Sam is introducing in Law Firm Mastery and some other courses. I'm realizing that this is really what any business owner goes through. And a huge chunk of being successful in a business is really, at the end of the day, not your core knowledge base, be you a lawyer or you know, a medical professional or an architect. It's really being able to organize business operations, to spend the time doing what you are trained and what you love to do, more than spending the time organizing your processes and delegating, you know, responsibilities and setting up systems and all that stuff. So I'm really happy that I'm joined the company that's really strong in its core. And thanks to Sam, who's built a very strong foundation over the last, almost 3 years, right, Sam? We'll be celebrating early this, soon enough this year, 3 years.
Actually, now, literally, I think January, like the first couple of days. So yeah, 3 years. Well, happy anniversary to us.
All right, excellent. Yeah, and a lot of work goes into that. So really what you're learning through Law Firm Mastery, and soon enough, there's some new programs that we're developing to help you really, guys, put solid operations, solid processes, workflows, automated systems in place, is really about just helping you get away from this day-to-day grind and focus on what you do best, right? Focus on helping people solve their legal problems. And I think side benefit is to be able to spend more time with your family, go to Hawaii, go travel the States, whatever it is, right, that rocks your boat. I think that it's important. And my role in the company is really put that scalable and solid engine of operational performance behind what Sam is doing on the front lines.
Totally. And it takes good people to achieve that mission. So we have great people. So let me just take a moment also to bring Linda and Amanda, if you're here, and Whitney on very quickly too. Whitney, you want to join us on camera? Amanda, I see you. Linda, Amanda, you guys want to say hi to the group?
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Oh,
I've been around a little bit.
Yeah, Amanda, can we start with you? The short little background and pretty much something, some kind of epiphany or something that you learned recently from talking to hundreds of lawyers in the past couple of years.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm here in California, and I also live in Canada, in Montreal. And I've been working with lawyers for a really long time. I'm a big fan.
For how many years?
Since 2006, on and off. There was a couple of years off. I couldn't stand the corrupt state of SEO and all of that, so I bailed. But now I'm back because I found a lawyer, first of all, who's telling the truth about the internet, and never mind all that I've learned. It's crazy what I've learned for the past 20 months, Sam. So it's amazing. I guess the epiphany is just where we all are right now, and how it feels like a lot of people are ready to get busy. I feel like a lot of us are ready to just focus and change things. And we just want the tools and, you know, some mindset and some discipline and focus, all of that. But it feels like there's heart and hope again. So not just about lawyers, but especially about you all. I spend a lot of time talking to you folks. So it's good to be here.
And Amanda goes deep with you guys.
Try.
Kalinda, you want to?
Throw gauntlets when necessary.
There we go. I recognize a lot of faces in here, and there's a lot of wins. I get to meet you guys originally when you guys book an advisor call, but I spend a lot of time in the background keeping an eye on you, and I get to see a lot of wins. I see Mr. Chad P is in the house. Are you feeling better? I got a cough from hell too. Let's get better so we can crush some goals for you. And Jason posted on Monthly Milestones that you retired your wife, correct? Now you can bake a little bit more, correct? And let's talk about Veronica for a moment. She's kind of crushing goals all over the place. And Obi, my girl from California, you're kind of rocking it. Cynthia, I mean, there's so many. Harrison, I just sent you an email. I was bombed today, so I didn't get a chance to answer you, but I have to say, in 3 years, 3 years ago, I met this young little whippersnapper that is really smart and can move things through like lightning. Happened to be Sam. And a lot of the things that he did, I understood, and I understood the value that he's providing. I've said 100 times, Brandon, you're here too. I don't know a lot of lawyers that would open up and give that many secrets away. I get told that there's some out there. I don't believe it because I see what he gives away every single day. And I've been able to see the growth from the beginning. And it's not just the growth within Legal Funnel, it's the growth with every lawyer within the firm. And really, that's why we're here. Over the moon proud of all of you. And I can't wait to see what the heck we're all crushing out in 2023. Hey, it's going to be fun.
Amazing. Whitney and then Melissa.
Hey everyone, my name is Whitney and I'm the support manager here at Legal Funnel. Just a little bit about me. I come from an HR background. I worked in gaming, so I worked at Riot Games. So I have a little bit of background in tech, a little bit, but more importantly, in HR. So working with people has always been my passion. I come from a family who has a long history in restorative justice and activism and advocacy. So working with people and seeing them grow and seeing all of your visions, it's really, really awesome, especially knowing that as lawyers, you're so passionate about people. And that's why I love working here and hearing all of your stories, and I'm able to help facilitate your growth. So that's just a little bit about me, and I love working here. It's giving me the opportunity to push my limits and challenge myself, the same mindset things that Sam teaches. We push ourselves here at Legal Funnel also, and we're always creatively failing forward and working with you all. And we love all of your feedback and your honesty, and the community again is most important for us. So being able to work with you all to build a better community and push this industry forward into the 21st century is really something that's awesome to see. So anyhow, thank you.
Anything? Melissa?
Hey guys, so my background's a little different. I actually have started and sold a couple of companies. And then for about 15 years, I've been helping people scale their companies in all sorts of different industries, lots of B2C, B2B, e-commerce. And yeah, so that's what attracted me to this team of people, just enabling those who practice law to become actual business owners and entrepreneurs, because that is where my heart is entrepreneurs. So yeah, it's been amazing. And I've been really impressed by how everybody's opened up on much deeper levels. Like I've heard from so many of you, like, you know, if I don't figure out how to free my time up, my wife might leave me. And I mean, like heavy, amazing stuff you guys share, and you lay it all on the line, bet on yourself. It's been amazing. So thanks for including me. It's been a wild ride.
Amazing. Yeah. Internally, it's like boot camp. I know it's not easy. When he's like, yeah. But I was telling Andrea tonight, I'm like, we make each other better every day. Like literally the amount of progress and things, but a lot of thought, by the way, goes into everything that's shared. Maybe I may be the face of it, but just know there's a lot of work, a lot of thought, a lot of planning, a lot of going back and forth to be able to know what to do. And we do our best to make sure it's as good as possible. And while we're here, let me just share, thank you so much to Andrea, Kalinda, Amanda, Whitney, Melissa. Honestly, none of this would be possible without you guys. Let me also take this moment to also do honestly, it just came on the spot. Let's just do an unofficial pre-announcement, Andre, of the vision. So talked about it before. You may have heard it, may have mentioned it, but we're basically doing a rebranding to My Legal Academy. But it's not just a rebrand. It's not just changing a name. It's changing the mission. And the mission is much bigger mission of helping lawyers basically achieve their full potential. And it falls into three main goals. Working smarter. Okay, working smarter. We'll talk about each one, what it means also, because on a surface level, it just sounds like what it is, but I think this goes deeper. Also scaling fast, and also enjoying life. So when we had to come up with this, me and Andrea and a couple of our team members had to think about, okay, what are things? The first one, we're like, oh, working less, working more, working. Realize, no, the actual goal is working smarter. Working smarter is where we want to be. That's basically with efficiency. That's maximum productivity in a very efficient way. Being very analytical, being strategic. I said strategic is like a very big one that that's something that I picked up from my mentor. Something I always try to do. Picking the biggest goal and then being very strategic with our decisions, and then going for it. So that's working smarter. Scaling fast. Scaling means just growing. But the second part, I think, is the crucial part, which I've been trying to drive in a lot, is with a sense of urgency. A lot of people have the know-hows. They know they have to do stuff, but they're missing the lack of urgency. And it's something that's been driving in, and I keep bringing it up. And I think it's super important. I want this to be instilled. Okay, if we want something, if something is good for us, the best time to have it is now. There's no delaying it. So if a decision is good for you, do it as soon as you can, because later on things could change and life gets more complicated, and you may lose the opportunity to be able to improve yourself. So always do things with a sense of urgency. Like right now, we're trying to add on to our team, and my mentor said, go talk to a couple people, and I literally texted them today. I'm like, let's meet. And it's like, oh, I'll meet. I can't meet this week, and I'll meet with you on next week. And I went back and forth a couple of times. And I went back to my mentor. I'm like, this is not going to work out. Like, if this person doesn't have a sense of urgency, like, he doesn't want it. He doesn't, care. He would have said, yeah, let's talk sometime, or I'm going to step out and I'll talk to you. So be on the lookout for people that have a sense of urgency. Again, it helps you more likely to achieve that result. And the third part is enjoy life. I think that's the ultimate result that we ultimately want. All the second with first and second leads us to the third one, which is enjoy life. As Andrea shared, everybody has different different definitions of what that is. Some people it's through relationships. Some people it's through, whatever, trips and, hobbies and things, whatever that is for you. Ultimately, again, we want to work smart, scale fast, and basically enjoy life. That's the mission. And it will be basically the second big change is it's going to go beyond me. There'll be also include a lot of other amazing instructors that are trained and are experts in very specific fields, in very specific parts of life, not just running a law firm. So yes, operations, sales, marketing, business development, but also health, fitness, mindset, all those other things that will also matter a lot in life. So that's the mission. If anybody wants to join in this mission, let me know. If you know either you yourself or somebody that he wants to again join that mission, let us know. Also, if you're interested in being possibly an instructor, right now we're like hand choosing the people that we notice based on their traits, their engagement, things like that. We're talking to them right now. Let us know, communicate with us. But that's basically where we're progressing. That's the reason why we have a whole organization behind it. We have Andre, we have also, the whole other organization behind it. So that's basically where we're heading, and it's gonna be fun. I remember starting this off with Kalinda. We had like a very small team with like me, Kalinda, a couple of VAs maybe. And I remember I have a date of when we did our first mixer.
I don't even think we had a VA, Sam. If we did, I didn't know about it.
So we had our first mixer 2 years ago, actually on January 25th, 2021. This is our 8th one, but I think it's a pivot from this point forward. It's just even faster growth and again affecting more lives. So amazing. Very cool. There were some questions about this particular document. Again, this will be sharing it for our members. This is one of many resources that we have, literally a lot of resources and everything that you could possibly think about. Again, having in mind what's working right now. There's a lot of things in marketing specifically that are just constantly changing. I share all that knowledge because I'm a law firm owner of right now at this point 7 law firms, but I'm probably going to consolidate down to 3 or 4. So I got a lot of experience from that. Also, I get a lot of data from you guys as the members. Also get a lot of data from my mentor who also works in the legal field. He basically has a virtual assistant agency, and he also has myriad of other services for lawyers. He's sitting on data, the data there, data here, data from my law firms, and then also data from vendors. I kind of leverage my position as somebody who can make introductions, possibly make introductions and referrals to these third-party vendors. And I use that to pretty much get data, what's working, what's not, what's the cost per lead, cost per position. I get that, I feed that back to the people to share exactly what's working, what's not for very specific fields. And basically the program encompasses a community, accountability. It's not a course. I would say it's like all encompassing kind of thing that we built from scratch, and we added on to it. Whatever that basically the mission was, like what would give our clients the most results in the shortest amount of time. That's basically what the program is. So if you're considering that, again, you guys know our website, legalfunnel.com. Go check us out. And this will be shared with our members. And yeah, so be on the lookout. That'll be posted tomorrow morning on My Legal Academy. All right. So yeah. It's part of the My Legal Academy. So we did I don't know when, sorry, I don't know who's the one that shared the chat. It's like, are you sharing it with former students? So it depends on when you joined, basically. So if you can, just book a call to speak to us. So we could tell you again, we changed what, if you joined Legal Funnel 2 years ago, it's different now. The focus was a lot of things on funnels, but I realized funnels is just a very small portion of the bigger picture of like law firm systems, client generation, automations, math, and all that stuff. So the program is more encompassing. And then not just that, again, we're taking it to the next level, which is even other things too, not just operations, sales, and marketing. Nyasha said Loom is a game changer. Glam Sam pushed me for it. I used Zoom for years for SOPs. Amazing. Yeah, Loom, I've been talking about it. I've been raving about it for a reason, because it's really is game changing. Thank you, Nyasha. Yeah, write a sales script for divorce intake. Let's try that. What is that? There we go. Yeah. There we go. That's a pretty good one. Nyasha, I'm actually save that one. Going into our little, that's which one? Where'd it go? Maybe we'll go under right here. I don't know where we go, but for now, we'll just put it there. What else? Now let's open it back to you guys, actually. Let's bring some familiar faces. Brandon, Veronica, let's have you guys come on. Give us some updates. How are things going? How's it going, Brandon?
It's great. Yeah, it's been a good 5 days so far for this year. Last year closed out really nice. I'm gonna hire another law clerk tomorrow and get him his own VA. So that's a package deal. Anybody that comes to work for me is going to get a VA from day one. And I've used the open AI to do my workflows. I wasn't exactly sure what would go into a workflow, so I typed it in just to see what would happen. And that saved me like 2 hours worth of work. So it's worked out really well.
Amazing. Veronica, how's it going?
It's going great. I'm sorry. I'm really distracted by I'm having OpenAI make sad stories of criminal defendants. Well, they're sad at the beginning and then they're uplifting. And then I'm putting them in Pictory, which does not have an integration with Zapier. I wish that it did, but it's fine. It's really fast. I'll have a VA do it soon. But I'm making all these YouTube shorts. And as you know, I've been working on my YouTube channel since like April. I think I did your boot camp, your YouTube boot camp. So I have 500 something subscribers now. I just hired the YouTube people that you recommended, and I'm really happy with them so far. So that's great. But every time I post a short, even if it's like a pretty shitty short, that's totally AI, people will, oh dear, okay, there it is. But so people actually, even when there are not that many views on those YouTube shorts, I get more subscribers from them. And some of them actually do really well compared to like some that I've made that have my face on them, which is impressive to me. And they are like no effort. Like those little YouTube shorts create so much. Sorry, I have a visitor here. But anyway, it's really fast, which is really awesome. So it's like free YouTube subscribers. It's great.
Amazing. Somebody that I talked to, I shared this with our members, but let me also share more publicly. A criminal defense lawyer with 3,000 subscribers is doing $3 million a year. That just shows one of the ways it shows how valuable YouTube is, as long as you stick to it. Veronica, one of my good friends, Michael Ishuri, he is like one of my mentees early on. I told him basically to also push YouTube, and he went hard. He was very consistent. It did so well for him that his systems couldn't handle it, and he literally had to stop making videos like about 8-10 months ago. And I saw him last week in person. We caught up, and he shared an epiphany with me. He said, there's always two types. There's Evergreen, which is those types of content that anybody could watch at any time. And then there's also newsjacking, right? Hot topics that could do really well short term. Let's take a poll. A or B won. Which one do you think, A or B, did better? A, the Evergreen, or B, the newsjacking?
Okay, I say A.
The A, okay. A lot of A's, some B's. Okay, B's. Okay, now it looks like half-half. The answer was Evergreen. Evergreen, he said, it was very obvious to him. It's like, dude, all those Evergreen videos are the ones that I'm getting clients to this day. And all those newsjacking ones, yeah, it got me some views, but it didn't really lead to anything long-term and sustainable. And that's from him going through the motions of like hundreds of videos. So take that, run with that, Veronica. Go for, again, it was the same thing with Google and SEO. Essentially, there isn't that much space for the first couple of spots. And ultimately, the best video, the best article is going to get this best spot. So imagine like this video will be sitting there for 20 years. You might as well just do your best. I know it's hard and it takes practice. And that's what I'm going through the things myself, going through the motions myself. Right now, I'm like just doing quantity. So you go just practice making, and then over time, I'm going to switch over to less but higher quality Evergreen. But when I do release it, it's going to be fantastic. So yeah, Evergreen is the way. Evergreen is basically, if you this, write 10 long-term keywords related to this. It's essentially the answer. So Veronica, give me one of your topics.
3 things every criminal defendant must know.
It's topics that no matter when, even like 3 years down the line, somebody could still be researching for that. It's not something that's like, that just happened right now. So yeah, top 3 things criminal defense should know. 5 things to do after A. I would literally just take all the different types of things. 5 things to do after a thing will be a good evergreen type of content. And also be mindful of the intent. So that one is like 5 things to do after a thing. Well, the person who's searching for that is probably in that situation, after that situation. So evergreen, go. And I've been putting you to boot camp and I'm holding you to it, but you'll be pleasantly happy. And I already know you've been getting results, but you'll be even blown away in the future. Mike said, how do you get such high quality Zoom recordings? I tried it and my video was horrible, and I know my webcam quality is much better. Before I even read the second part, I was going to say just the camera. It's the camera that's good, and just good light. There's a ring light right here. There's also have a giant monitor that I also put a white little text edit file. So it's just a white is coming in, and also, yeah, so probably the camera, I would assume, with good light. Ruben says, and it's not about current events, about static topics that are relevant regardless of point in time. Exactly, yeah. And I created a library of evergreen content in YouTube. Again, the reference that I always give rental property. Each one is like potentially make you a passive source of clients in the future. This one will get you like 2 clients per month. This one will get you 1. This one could do really well, get you like 5, and it compounds. You have 5 here, 2 here, 1 here. The more you make, the more chances you give. Basically, you know, get those to compound for you. So compound away. What else? What else? I know there were some questions that came up, but that I couldn't answer. Let me know. Ruben, you want to join on camera? Because I know you just joined like about a month and a half ago, Ruben, or 2 months ago. For some reason, I was put things into context of dates. I don't know why. Ruben,
Sure, what's happening?
has it been a month and a half or 2 months?
About, yeah, it's been a couple months.
Yeah.
So I run the marketing for my father's IRS. He's an IRS attorney. So it's been pretty good. I've been implementing a lot of things that you recommend. Right now I'm working on tracking our leads coming in the funnel in Google Sheets. So I'm actually going to go back into that tomorrow morning. It's been a good time.
Good. We have an intake for you to just fill out, and then you get all the automations made for you.
What's that?
We have an intake that you can just fill out to get all the automations set up for you. As long as you know what the sources of those leads are. That's the first requirement. And the second is to have your emails ready. Ideally, if you want email automation set up, get those emails ready. It's one of the modules. I believe it's module 4, I want to say.
5.
5.
Right on. I need to check that out.
Yeah, 5. Yeah, there you go. Very good, Ruben. Keep at it.
All right, thanks.
No problem. Ted, how's it going? Love to have you, Ted. And some familiar faces. Marty, let's have you join. Catch up with you, Ted. Let me know if you can jump off the mute. Catch up with you. Ted, could you? There we go.
Working with Kalinda, we're brainstorming. So, yeah, so she's been very generous to share more resources.
Good.
Yeah.
Any particular thing that you're working on?
Just trying to generate traffic more, so I can put them into my funnel, get that going.
Good. Estate planning, correct?
Yep.
I would say Google LSA first. You haven't done a Google LSA yet.
Okay. Actually, I have. I've tried that.
For how long?
It was about a month.
How much budget?
It was around 500.
Not enough.
Okay.
Give it 3 months with a little bit, 1 client unit per month budget.
Okay.
Give yourself a chance.
All right.
Yeah. You'll. I know there were some talks about LSA. We talked about it at the whole rant last one of the Fridays. It's all about numbers. Out of 10 leads, 7, 8 of them are not going to qualify. 1 or 2 will turn into a client. The math will be there for you as long as you have your systems down to sign up 10 to 20% of the leads.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks.
No problem. Marty.
Hey.
How's it going?
Good. Awesome to see you.
Marty, you want to talk about your mission of bucket lawyer?
Bucket list attorney?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I gotta change this.
How'd you come up with that, and like what's the vision, and how's it going?
So how I came up with it, I met this bucket list guy, and he started the bucket list coaching business, and then he kind of dwindled away during COVID. So I changed on my own, and we're refocusing it towards attorneys. So it just so happens I would love to do a bucket list course for y'all.
Nice.
In your new and live life. So that would be awesome.
That'd be awesome too.
Yeah. So That's
awesome.
I turned my son onto you. He's working on systems. I put so many systems into place because of you. Last year, I doubled my revenue.
Wow.
Which I was like, there's no way I can do that. I can't handle the workload. So between you and Grant Cardone sales training, doubled my revenue. So fantastic. And now we just started doing Facebook ads and a Google ad. So we'll see where that goes.
Love it. Love it.
Hold
And
on,
taking
I have
more
a
time
question.
off than ever. Taking more time off than ever. I've got a trip planned every month, going to Europe for 10 days, 8-day cruise. So
Love it. You know that Zoom has this thing when you hold your thumbs up long enough, it puts a little thumbs up.
no, really.
Don't abuse it.
Liar.
So,
Yeah, Belinda.
Marty, what was the most valuable thing that you implemented into your firm that really was a game changer for you? I know that you said systems, but what really got you started on figuring out that you could have the systems in place and so that you could scale? Because if you have
Perfect. Great question. It's literally making the videos. I used Loom for a little bit, but then I just started using Zoom. And since I'm on Zoom all the time, I just, if I do something twice, I'm like, why am I not recording this? So I literally stop what I'm doing. I start over. I go hit record, share my screen, sometimes just the whole big ass monitor, and say, okay, I have to go here to do this. I have to get this from here. I have to get this from here, get this from there, and do that. So now we've got a whole SOP on probate. So I barely do anything in my probate practice now, other than talk to the clients and tell my VA what to do.
Oh man, thanks, Marty. Because I'm
And he
telling
follows
you,
up with every lead, and he has closed. So I was at about a 50% close rate. Now I'm at about 75%, and these are all referral based. These are not ads. So so he's brought the close rate up so far, and it's phenomenal.
I get asked a lot on calls, a lot of the things that lawyers are really scared of letting go of is they're like, I have to be able to talk to the client. Well, you've said the same thing over 100 times, record the darn thing, but I can't say that on an intake call, right? So,
Yeah.
like,
well, I still meet with the clients on a phone or Zoom. So instead of an hour-and-a-half meeting, it's a 20 to 30-minute phone call. And that's because of COVID. And I had to create systems for that. And that's been a game changer for me. Just the less time with the clients. And then my VA does all the follow-up. He makes sure we have all the documents. We make sure we have everything done. I've got a streamlined doc process now. It's total game changer for me.
I am so happy to hear that, Marty. Awesome job. But even if you're only spending 20 minutes instead of an hour and a half, now you can serve how many more clients, right? That's a revenue generator all day long. I love it.
Yeah, well, it's 20 minutes as opposed to about 3 hours is what I used to spend in person. And I was in the old school legal funnel course. So I can't imagine what y'all are getting now.
Who you calling old, Marty? Who you calling old?
I'm old school. I just looked up when I took the course. It was like June or July of 2020. So,
dude, I took shorthand in high school. Okay.
No. The old school legal funnel, the course. I think I was in the third, right?
I'm just teasing.
Third.
Yeah,
I thought so.
He was. Were you in the same class with Chad? Chad, were you guys together in there? He's in here somewhere. I think Chad was in the third one too, wasn't he? Brandon, were you in the third or the second? Third. Third.
Yeah, I thought I recognized Brandon. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
Amazing. Love it, Marty. And yeah, definitely interested in the bucket list. I think that's something that I will be interested in. Love it. Thank you, Marty. Amazing.
Awesome. Oh yeah, and a quick plug. Just today.
Drop the link in the chat, or you want to talk about it? You want to say what it's about, what it is? Show it again.
It's Live Your Bucket List Life Now, a roadmap to happiness, starting with 6 minutes a day. We're all attorneys here. We know what the 6 minutes means, or some of y'all do. I haven't done hourly billing in years, but it's just about living your life, putting systems in place, doing the things that you want to do, creating a bucket list based on your personal, professional, financial and community goals, and just finding out why you want to do things and going out and doing them, not just thinking about them, but actually putting steps in place to do them.
Amazing. That's a huge win. If you can please share the link with us in the chat.
All right, I'll share the
Awesome.
Amazon link.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Amazing. No problem, of course. Also, there were some questions that came in. Jimmy asked, do you ever boost Instagram posts? The answer is 100% no. Never. Whenever you find a platform that makes it easy to do something, they're trying to serve the people, the mainstream people. That means a lot of people are using it, and it's just not an efficient way to run it. So no, boosting Instagram posts, Facebook posts, Google, what is the one? Google Express is another one. Be careful of those. So that's that. Do you know how to show a clickable outline to a Word online document like you have in Google Docs? Another reason why I love Google Docs is everything is searchable. So even if I don't know where it is, I think it was outline, or what is it called? Table of contents. Insert table of contents, automatically just makes this. Like even literally, bam. Makes the table of contents. But that's hopefully it has the same. I'm pretty sure Word online document also has it. And then Andy says, any AI marketing tools that you recommend? Actually, there's more to this document, believe it or not. So we talked about, again, text format, conversational chat. There's also image generators. Let me just quickly show this one. Somebody give me a prompt for a random image that we could create. It's pretty cool too. You guys have never seen this. While you guys are coming up with the prompt,
hockey stick.
Hockey stick and what?
Hockey stick and a tomato.
A tomato holding a hockey stick, doing what?
Dancing.
Where? On the moon.
On center ice.
A tomato holding a hockey stick dancing on the moon. Pretty close. Pretty good.
We'll take it.
I'll take it. But
well,
also,
I mean, who's going to draw that, right? Like I thought for sure that it would have been something else, but no, there it is. I see it in four different formats. You've even got options.
I have no idea. I don't know why a state planning client would be holding a cylinder check. I think I meant to put the car accident client on this. Oh God.
Oh, it'll give you anything. Anything.
It doesn't like text because
it's not in English, but I mean, really.
Right. So that's Dolly. Those cool profile pictures that you see online are made with this mobile app called Lensa. There's also a bunch of other profile picture makers, image generators, 3D renders, etc. There's also audio, speaking recognition and transcription, making voiceovers, video editing, apparently presentations. I test this out. It didn't turn out good. Scheduling, apparently, which I haven't really tapped into. Building a website. This is pretty cool. It's called latent research. What are the 5 benefits of? I mean, this also, a lot of this could be done with ChatGPT, but let's see. But that's doing its thing. But I mentioned the second layer of this. So using it, application is one layer. But what if we can integrate it with other tools? So for example, I saw, let me get the link. It's pretty wild. You can see how wild my texts are. Let me just bring up this link. So this is, again, integrating, taking ChatGPT and either based on you doing something on one app, you're able to communicate with ChatGPT, and then you take ChatGPT's response and send it somewhere else. So this is one way. I set up a folder in Todoist. Basically, you created a task in Todoist. If you guys know me, I use Todoist all the time. That's my #1 app that I use. That kicks off a Zapier to ping OpenAI and prep a draft. Okay, let me just show it. It'll be better. So in Todoist, he just write an email to Darth Vader asking to reschedule this afternoon's meeting. You integrate Todoist with Zapier to ChatGPT to go write an email in Gmail to create an email. So you wrote the email. And exactly, Veronica. And basically do anything you want. So I can't even express how many possibilities this opens up. So I'm going to be taking the steps. I'm going to be taking the leap of faith to explore those integrations for us, again, for lawyers. A lot of productivity stuff, a lot of things with like potential clients, potentially if a potential, bringing things off the top of my head right now, but potential client sends a message about this particular question, then we could potentially give them answers. Again, all this has to be kind of sorted out to see if this works or not. So many different ways. Honestly, there's like so many ways that this could be used. So that's the second layer. Ruben says, I like a Zap for that only for certain to do it as tasks. Can we do it for tasks tags with a particular tag? Yeah, totally. Actually, I'll just simply show you.
Would there be a way to put a disclaimer on the bottom that it's not legal advice? Can you do that?
You could just probably add, this is written by AI if you like to.
Yeah. Or something. I wonder have we got a copyright lawyer? Like, can AI get into trouble for copyright infringements? Or are they taking it from uncopyrighted stuff? Like, would they ever be able to prove it? Like, I don't understand.
Whatever that's like, I don't know, whatever they call it as public source of.
They're using the public sources. Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah.
No, it could still be a copyright infringement though.
It would not be?
Yes, it would be.
It would be. Well, yeah. Well, how would you backtrack it to that source?
Just like they would if you copied something, access to it.
But it's so meshed at that point. The end result is so meshed of like so many different sources.
But what I'm saying is AI, it does an amazing job. But if you just go in as the lawyer, tweak it, and so that it sounds like it's you, then it's your words. And then you use that would work, right?
Possibly.
Ruben, to answer your question, right here, when you set up the Zapier integration, you say which project. So when you're creating a project, say like write email to Bob. And then if you put hashtag and you create one for like AI, let's just say. And right here, you select AI, not only those ones that are hashtag AI will go and set up the integrations. That's the way to kind of. Yeah, there's a lot to explore with Todoist, Zapier, and AI. So I'm gonna explore that and let you know what I come back with. What else? Yeah, I think we're 2 hours in. Amazing. All right, so to recap, please make ChatGPT accessible on your computer. A good way is to take this link, I'll put the link again in the chat. Just take this link right now. Anything you want to use, make it accessible. Just take this little lock, just drop it off right here. That it sits on your thing called the AI. Now, second thing is look for triggers. Triggers is just anytime that you're like struggling with something, usually that you don't know what to write or what to say, or ideas. You need ideas or things. Bam, open it up, use it, start using it. I know in the beginning, because it's so new, like you forget about it and whatever, but just start using it, go through the motions. We want to be ahead of this curve before the mainstream market catches onto it. And again, once you get to level 1, then we could potentially explore level 2s and all that stuff. So let's get there. All right. I guess my baby crying is sort of time for us. Great to see everybody. make that a button on the stream deck. Ruben, that's a good call. Amazing. Great to have everybody. Wish I could connect with every single one of you guys. Michelle, great to see you. Elizabeth, Jason, anybody we didn't connect with, Jimmy, Mike, Michael, great to see you. Taylor, Dennis, Eric, Sandy, great to see you. And Leah, Cynthia, and everyone else. Have an amazing night. Hope you guys had a great time. Take
Thanks,
it easy.
everyone. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome. See you guys.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Onward.
Take care.
Hi, y'all.
Cheers. See you, Roman.